Most people will never rebuild themselves. They'll live fractured lives, minds enslaved by fear, bodies poisoned by indulgence, hearts ruled by anger and desire. The Stoics would call this slavery, not the chains of iron, but the chains of the soul. And if we're honest, we've all worn them. Look around. How many people are actually free? Not free in the political sense, but free from themselves. Free from the endless tug of temptation, the gnawing voice of insecurity, the uncontrollable storms of rage, envy, and despair. Almost no one. We call ourselves advanced, civilized, modern, but inside most of us are still prisoners. Here's the truth the Stoics never shied away from. The enemy is not the world. The enemy is within. It's the undisciplined mind that magnifies fear into paralysis. It's the body that craves comfort until it becomes weak and useless. It's the heart that chases every desire until it collapses under its own hunger. And if we don't face this enemy, if we keep avoiding it, numbing it, excusing it, we rot, slowly, quietly, day after day, until one morning we wake up and realize we have wasted the only life we'll ever have. The question is, will we fight back? Will we tear ourselves down to the foundation and rebuild into something stronger, steadier, unbreakable? That is the demand of Stoicism. Not soft words, not blind optimism, but confrontation with the hardest truths. Marcus Aurelius called it wrestling with yourself. Seneca said the mind must be hardened, trained as if preparing for war. Epictetus warned, no man is free who is not master of himself. If we want freedom, if we want to rebuild, then we must follow the brutal rules the Stoics laid down for us. Rules to master the mind, discipline the body, and govern the heart. The brutal demands of Stoicism. Stoicism isn't gentle. It isn't about affirmations or comforting words. It's about confrontation, standing face to face with your own weakness and stripping it away piece by piece. Marcus Aurelius called it wrestling with yourself. Seneca said the mind must be hardened, trained as if preparing for war. Epictetus reminded us, no man is free who is not master of himself. This is what we're after. Mastery, not comfort, not escape, but control over mind, body, and heart. To rebuild ourselves, we follow 3 brutal Stoic rules. Rule 1, master the mind. The mind is the command center. If it fails, everything collapses. Destructive emotions, fear, envy, rage, erode it from within. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." And isn't that true? How many battles have we lost to thoughts that never came to pass? How often have we enslaved ourselves with imagined catastrophes? The Stoic path begins by refusing to hand over our mind to fantasy. This means ruthless self-awareness. The moment fear arises, we interrogate it. The moment anger appears, we step back. Marcus Aurelius advised, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. To practice this, each day, strip events of their narrative. Don't say disaster, say change. Don't say betrayal, say an action by another human. Keep a daily journal, as the Stoics did. Expose your thinking on the page, see where weakness lives, and correct it. The mind must be a fortress. If we leave the gates unguarded, we invite ruin. Rule 2. Discipline the body. The Stoics were not philosophers of comfort. They trained the body as an instrument of the will. Musonius Rufus said, "Practice in enduring hardships hardens us against greater ones." Most of us avoid discomfort at all costs. We soften ourselves with indulgence, weaken the body, and in turn weaken the spirit. The Stoics knew this connection well. A decaying body drags the soul into lethargy. So they embraced voluntary hardship. Cold baths, simple food, sleeping on the ground. Not because they enjoyed pain, but because they understood it. Comfort breeds dependency. Hardship breeds freedom. For us, this means train daily, not for vanity, but for resilience. Strengthen the vessel that carries the mind. Practice voluntary discomfort. Fast, walk in the cold, say no when indulgence calls. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." If life can end without warning, then we prepare the body as if war is always at the door. Rule 3. Govern the heart. The heart is where our deepest battles rage, love twisted into obsession, anger left to rot into bitterness, desire stretching into endless hunger. The Stoics called these passions forces that seize us when we lose control. Epictetus taught, "When someone irritates you, know that it is your own opinion which has upset you." What this means is brutal. No one can truly wound us unless we allow it. The enemy is never the insult, never the betrayal, never the loss. The enemy is how we interpret it. To govern the heart, we must wage war against excess. Anger, pause and remember the shortness of life. Will this matter on your deathbed? Desire, cut it down to necessity. The Stoics sought sufficiency, not endless grasping. Love, give without clinging. Hold others as mortal, knowing they can be taken at any moment. Seneca wrote, "He who fears death will never do anything worthy of a living man." When we accept loss as inevitable, the heart steadies. We can love without chains, grieve without collapse, endure without bitterness. The unity of mind, body, heart. These 3 rules are not separate, they interlock. A weak mind sabotages discipline. A soft body drags down the spirit. A reckless heart poisons reason. But when the mind is sharp, the body resilient, the heart governed, a new self emerges. This is rebuilding, tearing down the rotted structure of weakness and constructing something unshakable in its place. A call to rebuild. Let's not deceive ourselves, this path is brutal. It demands sacrifice, honesty, endurance. Most people will never walk it. But as Marcus wrote in his meditations, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. The Stoic way is clear, if we dare to follow. Rebuilding yourself means rejecting the old excuses. It means no longer being ruled by your appetites, your fears, your moods. It means breaking the inner chains and standing as a free being. We rebuild not for applause, not for recognition, but for dignity, for the unshakable peace that comes when nothing external can enslave us. So, 3 rules. Master the mind, discipline the body, govern the heart. This is the Stoic architecture of the self. This is how we rise from weakness into strength. And the truth is, no one can do it for us. The work is ours alone. The chains are heavy, but the key has always been in our hands.